And now for tonight's Best of Us. Incredible people doing incredible things. A Philadelphia man has recently become one of the longest tenured volunteers at a children's hospital, and we want to tell you all about him. His name is Mike Cray. He spends about 14 hours a week at St. Christopher's doing everything from holding babies to joking with young patients to helping families through some of the hardest moments of their lives. So what is it that drives 20 years of volunteering? Well, for Michael Cray, it is the memory of his son, Ian, who was a patient at St. Christopher's when he died at 9 years old from complications of cystic fibrosis. Mike is with us right now. Mike, welcome. I got to ask, some people that are watching this, they're going to see this and they're going to say, wow, this is somebody that went back to the place that caused so many painful memories. Why did you go back?
It started off as a need. I would tell anyone, if you're going to volunteer, focus on the things that you can't stand, that you can't change, and do the stuff you can do. And so a lot of it was the fact that we couldn't bring Ian back, and we wanted to help people. This is my wife and I both. Wanted to help the people that we could help, affect the outcomes we could affect.
And Michael, tell us a little bit.
Oh, please.
Yeah, we're seeing these beautiful pictures of your son there. Can you tell us a little bit more about him? What did he like to do? What do you think he'd be doing now?
He liked to read. He liked to write. He had already written his first book. Incredibly insightful kid. And, you know, people with diseases like his often have a sense of immediacy, how much the minutes have to count. He was special even in that regard. He had a sense that people needed him. I don't know another kid like him. And my wife and I have been given 3 of the most remarkable children I've ever seen.
It's incredible to see how you're keeping his memory alive. What's the best part of the work that you do there at the hospital?
The best part is being around the people that care for the hospital. It's honestly, it started off as something I needed to do. It still is. It has become just, I love driving up there and thinking about the people I'm going to be next to when I'm there. People that throw themselves to save children are just different. They don't have to do it. They choose to. Everybody in that hospital is a volunteer. Most of what they do is of a voluntary nature, and that's what patients see. And it's just fun to be around. That's why I'm still there.
And you see families going through some of the toughest times on a daily basis. What advice do you have to families that are dealing with a child in intensive care?
1 minute at a time. Ask as many questions as you can of the staff. Absorb what you can. Be there for each other. I tell them they are in the right place, because they are. And that's the best you can do. It's good enough, because I was on the receiving end of it, my wife and I both, many, many times. And it's miraculous what acts of kindness, these voluntary acts of kindness by the staff, can carry you through.
By the staff and by volunteers like you, Mike Cray, I can't thank you enough for what you do. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.